Versus Viking. Fogs, we have a last pick Brood here coming out quick enough to get himself away and in. CS-wise down here again, as you say, sort of across the board. OG just having the favourable time on these first few waves. The Seb also taking a good lead against Shoutout. Actually getting the setup here onto Celery with the shockwave. Kezu will actually end up getting first blood up top. And of course, as expected, tips coming out already. We're going to see some pretty top-tier tipping game coming out from both sides in this series. Bottom lane, again. Another attempt. This time they'll be able to get the grab onto the bigger one. They get Shad. Seb with a shockwave skewer back. They're going to try and look to lead in here. Thompson with the level 10 that we're talking about. He's ready to punch.
And Shad's still just farming Ancients, so he's fine. He's still getting like well and truly enabled here. Celery, he's gonna be the one who's found, but I think that's just fine. That's your 5.
That's true, Shad. Yeah, space is certainly being made for him.
Yep.
He's getting on track with the Vanguard into Manta. He needs time, he's getting it. Kezu's starting to take good control of the OG jungle. They're going to get the lead in, look towards Boom. Hookshot actually off the mark. Light Strike array from Saxon comes crashing down onto the Invoker. Boom still trying his best to get out of there. He's actually going to be able to break away from it all. Zaramis is in with the Battery Assault. Stops Thompson from being able to follow up with any further rolling boulders. They'll turn towards Aramis instead. But Aramis going down, it's given time and space for Boom to get away from the rest. The full 5-man here now of OG that's looking to bring the action.
Thompson's in again anyway. Deep ward.
Finds Celery. Get the blast out though, Thompson. He's trying to roll away. Now they've got the control here with the call. Still, OG, they are able to outnumber Viking. Thompson, he's diving in further. He's feeling strong and empowered here from the backup. No-tail with a false promise. Another roll away. OG now deciding to start backing up as the respawn started coming to play, but Topsy took too much damage through the false promise. He ends up going down anyway. Now Kezu, he's in with the spiders. He's blocking off the escape. Saxa struggling to get himself around the spiderlings, and he can't escape. Shad closes in with the dunk. He's got the cool control on a Samael. Shad, he's going to be able to have another dunk in a second. There it is. Double kill for Shad. No-tail caught in the cogs. Viking. Whoa. They're having none of this aggression from OG as they hit back way harder than OG was coming in with themselves, you know, diving towards this tier 2.
We've got things to deal with this. You know, we've got late game too.
Thompson.
Skezu.
Talking about the Brood, he's able to find him. Straight in with a rolling boulder. A tornado comes out to try and hold them back, but it'll only clip onto Samael. As Kezu goes down, OG ready to charge in for the next target. Thompson on the hunt. Quite able to get the slow onto Aramis. Aramis, some fancy footwork, doing his best to dodge it with a hook shot up to the Ancients. Aramis may just make it out of there. Cogs just in time, pushes back Seb after jumping, but they still are able to find the grab. Thompson in with another roll. They'll catch the clock, take him out.
Usually does have enough damage with himself, but
yeah,
it feels like the rest of his team is starting to fall far behind. Seb, he gets caught.
They're going to get the grab on him. They'll drop the Cataclysm, make sure they burst the Magnus before any sort of response comes out from OG. And
gonna die quick too. That pure damage is no joke. Alacrity as well thrown on top. Thompson has heart finished. They're in the area.
Can they do anything to interrupt this though?
They've got a ward.
It's already fallen pretty low. They're going to try and burst Celery to the sides. It's going to be a buyback coming out from Zeb. Vikings standing step outside of the pit. Thompson committing him with the BKB over on the side. There's Shad. He's caught the backlines. He's found Saxa. Saxa gets taken out. Boom. Attempting to get away with the Ghost Walk. Thompson is able to find him with the dust. A deafening blast from Boom. Pushes back Thompson. They're looking back towards the Roche. Shad. He's trying to finish this. He's focusing it down. No one else is in the pit. Shad, he's going to be able to get in. Finish Roche. Grab that Aegis. Off to the side. He's in with the jump. The call off the mark though. Won't be able to grab Samael or No-tail as the two of them split. Samael though falling low to the power of this Ice Blast. The false promise comes out. Shad, he's holding his ground here with the BKB. Steps back over towards No-tail. No-tail, he's providing the heals over towards Samael, but the dunk from Shad comes down onto No-tail. Jump forward from Shad, chasing onto Samael. Seb will push back Shad with the skewer. The blast here from Kezu, not enough to finish Samael off, but Samael will live.
Kezu's going to start scouting with those spiders.
Either Shad or Aramis could get the setup here. Shad gonna look towards Samael. He's gonna get the catch here over by the creep wave. Ice blast in. They can't save him, but the hook shot from Aramis comes down to the backlines, catches Seb, catches No-tail, pushes No-tail down into the river with the cogs. They've taken out 2 of OG, and there's no buybacks available on these 2. So the rest of OG, they're gonna have to take this fight 3 versus 5. They get the cool control onto Thompson. Thompson, he's trying to roll away, but Aramis is in with the body block. So 3rd death on OG as Seb and Saxa, they have to split. Boom's gonna continue to hunt down the Lena. Saxa will put the dust to try and slow down Boom. Turns with the light strike, will catch on to Boom.
Some instances without the Cataclysm, but when you have an axe like this, the damage is just so ridiculous. Like Shad's just putting in all the work.
Shad, he's going to double back in, get the call off onto Thompson. He's in with the kick, breaks Seb away from the Cataclysm combo. Lacuna thrown down into the RP. They've caught Shad. Can Shad actually get out of this? Sumail comes in from the side, will get the stun down. They blow up Shad. They are going to see a round 2 coming in from Shad, and Aramis, he wants to be a part of it. Buys back, ready to head straight back over to help out his Axe. So he's tried to. The stun control's there. They've got nothing to break Shad out of the combo. Jump forward from Seb. He's also able to get the grab onto Celery. Steers him straight back into the heart of OG.
And yeah, OG, they look like they're ready to go for this push again. Thompson's already in the mid lane. They have Seb dealing with the bottom. This is 35 minutes, so we see these catapult waves coming in.
Shad.
They're going to kill right with Shad. Makes a move.
They can do it. Thompson. He's ready to put the BKB, and he's ready to try and get in on this. Rolls in onto Shad, taking a heavy damage though underneath the tower. Aramis in with a hook shot, pushing back with the cogs as well. He's caught in the Cataclysm. He's taking heavy damage after this false promise. He's going to fall pretty low, Thompson. No-Tail's trying to offer up enough heals to keep Thompson safe, but he cannot do so. Thompson dying underneath the tier 3s, and Shad, he's ready to turn this into more. Gets the jump in onto Sax. The call's there onto the Lina. Kezu, he's looking to charge down, hex down onto Seb, as Seb will skewer away as this little piggy tries to run up the high ground. He actually makes it out with a blink. Seb Stew off just in time before the Hex came into play.
No RP at the ready, but they know BKB still on cooldown for Viking.
Oh, Celery. It's off to the side. Shad actually looking for the counterplay. They get the Hex in onto Seb, but the Lotus was there as well. They'll blow up the AA. Celery not able to get back underneath his tower. And they're looking for Aramis as well. They found their second support. There's Aramis. It's going to be a buyback to Celery. Aramis turns straight away with a hookshot in onto No-Tail. They've got him. They've blown up the Oracle. Now they'll turn towards Thompson, but Thompson with a BKB is ready to push in. Rolling boulder straight past Aramis, though. Aramis will still fall to the damage output of Sumail. Shad trying to run back Saxa and Seb. Thompson, he's out with the roll. They've got nothing else to catch him with. Saxa keeping the hits in onto Shad, stopping his ability from being able to blink in and get the catch off. Boom over towards the mid. He's running down Sumail with the Cold Snap and the Spirit Vessel. Sumail backups coming in. Seb charging forward. He uses the Force Stuff to try and get Sumail back to safety. The spider legs are there. Shad calls off the mark. Won't catch the two of them. Cold Snap down onto Sumail. And now Shad, he's being controlled. Will put the man to try to get away. But Seb's back in with a Skewer. Skewer onto Shad. Shad will fall. The Axe down. 3 dead on Viking. Thompson catch onto Kezu in with the Rolling Thunder. Straight over. Kezu turns with the Hex onto Saxa to stop any follow-up Light Strike array from coming out straight away. It doesn't matter though. Saxa has the time still to turn. Kezu getting completely controlled here. Another slow from the boulder of Thompson in with the stun. Landing everything here against the spider, leaving Kezu no chance to break away from the control of Thompson and Saxa. 4 dead on Viking.
Yeah, he's going in.
Let's see what they got on the high ground here, Viking. Boom, setting things up. Look at Shad and Aramis. Already trying to get him from the side. Looking for an angle on the backlines. Aramis, he's in. He's been able to find No-Tail. Straight in onto the Oracle. No-Tail, he's trying to protect himself, but the Ice Blast comes crashing and he gets taken out. Over to the side, Shad. They're protecting him for now with the Glimmer Cape. Stewart over to the side. If they got further lockdown for the Axe, they don't. Shad's able to put the BKB. Heading up to the high ground. He's got the core control onto Thompson. Caught underneath the tower. Light Strike away from Saxa. Holds back the two of them, but Boom now with the BKB out. Chases towards Thompson. Jump forward from Shad. He's in with the dunk. They're taking out the Earth Spirit. OG's push will be put to a stop. Here we go.
It
Back
dies
tier
fast.
3's OG.
They got to get back quick, Viking.
See what Shad can do. Watching from the side. Stepping up. He's going to look for the grab. He's been able to catch the two on the backlines. He's found Seb and Saxa. Straight in with a hook shot as well onto Seb. Pushing him back with the cogs into the second round of Cataclysm. Seb, he's going to get away with the skewer, but the damage is done. Seb's out for 2 minutes. Thompson, his BKB has come to an end. Aramis committing with his own BKB. The Cell Stone into the slide away. Thompson will break his way out of any further combo. In fact, Thompson's ready to go back in. Thompson will look to finish off the range rack. Just to be a bit careful with no BKB. Jump forward, but the Hex is out onto Aramis. Sumail, he's in with the damage. Tornado holds out onto the two of them. Aramis still somehow alive. Will get the cogs off. Aramis has died, but he's been able to trap Sumail and Thompson. Thompson rolls out to the side. The cold feet kicks in. Sumail's been taken out. Thompson, another roll to get off to the side. Aramis not quite able to get the angle there with the hook shot. He's still trying to run away, Shad. He's going to blink up in a few seconds, but with the Rolling Thunder, Thompson will be able to continue to get out of there. They find No-Tail off to the side. Tornado in from Boom. They've caught the Oracle as No-Tail down for 100. Both him and Seb without the ability to buy back. So very small things being offered by Viking to be able to take that against OG Thompson. He's in on the mid. He's been caught out by the core. We'll get the BKB off in time, but the first Cataclysm comes crashing in. Hook shot off the mark there. Can't quite get past Shad to get the control onto Thompson, so Thompson will be able to still step back underneath the tower. Return with the silent Shad. Eon Disc will proc. They'll back off for now. 10 seconds until Seb's back in. About 10 as well until Sumail's back in the game. Sumail really not wanting to have to use his buyback, of course, with these last few seconds that he is off the map. See if Viking can force the racks in time over to the side. Shad, he gets the grab on Saxa. Saxa standing a little too close. Over to the mid. Seb, he's in with the RP. Onto the two of them. He's able to push back Aramis underneath the tower as well as Kezu. But there's no follow-up onto both of them. Buyback comes out from Saxa. Another skewer. Again from Seb. Scooping up the two of them. Aramis will die underneath the tier 4s. Kezu trying to break away with the help of the wedge. But the light strike comes crashing down from Saxa. Kezu will fall.
It's 50 seconds. That's more than enough time.
I mean, the creep's getting too close. There's not going to be any backdoor protection here for Viking as Thompson. Tier 3's gone. Onto the racks here. What can the three of them offer up, Viking? It's Thompson. He's in with the roll. He's going to be able to use the Stoneform here to kick him back deep into the hands of the rest of OG. Shad still able to get the BKB off in time. BKB and walk off to the side. They'll put the fortification. Still 30 seconds until Vikings got the full squad left alive. Boom. The AoE deafening blast. Slowing down the push here from Thompson a little bit. Not enough. The range rack still goes down. Thompson over towards the melee racks. So we're just the three hard to push them back. Samael, he's in aggressive with a Hex onto Boom. Thompson rolls forward as well, but Boom's out to get the BKB off. The Cataclysm comes out, but there's no setup as Celery dies underneath the towers. He does have a buyback available. Thompson looking for the roll in onto Boom, but Boom with the movement speed able to juke it out to the side. Seb dropping the RP, but the Eon Disc from Shab removes the stun immediately. He's got the damage control onto Samael. Samael, he's going to have to buy back, but Saxa's down. No buyback on him. Thompson, BKB committed as he tries to stay on top of Kezu and Celery, but Shad, it's another triple kill. He's over to Seb. It's another ultra kill. It's Thompson, the last man left alive. He'll turn into a stone, he'll turn into a statue. Maybe they don't see me if I don't there, but they do. They see him. The Hex is down. Rampage for Shad. As Viking, they'll wipe OG and they will defend the base, even keeping the melee racks alive on the top lane. Thompson rolling in.
Goes in deep.
He's able to make it away and chancing himself.
He's dying.
I mean, they're going for this Roche pretty much with the full lineup of OG alive. Viking feeling that strong about their ability to take objectives out to the side of the pit, though they've caught Aramis. They're in with the jump. Aramis, he's out. That's the gem hitting the decks. Aramis gone for 90 seconds, but the time is brought there for Viking to finish off the Roshan. And now they'll look to try and get themselves out of it. Thompson in with the chase over towards Celery, but they'll turn. Boom with the two-man tornado. The RP from Seb comes down on the Boom, but Boom again getting the BKB off in time. Thompson rolls over towards Celery, has the damage to take down the AA. The AA is gone. Boom pushing about with the deafening blast. He's up to the high ground. Cataclysm coming down as OG's starting to get split. They look towards Shad, but Shad blinks out just in time. Thompson still trying to chase in onto the axe. Shad, he's got enough movement speed here with the boost to travel to get out of there. He has it. Thompson in with another roll. They'll catch the axe. They'll bring down Shad the once. He's got the Aegis ready for round 2. No BKB. Eon Disc up in a second. Has Shad got any way out of this? The Hex comes out. Shad trying to run, but there's no help coming in for him. Shad will be left to die alone. Does not get close there to be taken out with any of the lanes approaching the base. Kezu. They got to jump in there. They've got the Hex on a Kezu. Kezu. He needs help and he needs it now. Shad in with the call. He's able to get the call onto both Thompson and Samael. Seb, he's looking to get in with the RP, but the Hex comes out. Kezu's out. Buyback immediately from the Spider. Aramis in with a hook shot onto Samael, but Samael's in with the BKB, starting to back off to the Cataclysm. It goes crashing down onto Seb. Seb caught between the two Sunstrikes. As Seb's gone, Shad, another great call. Catches Samael, even catches Thompson here on the attempted rollout. Thompson still able to break away with the further rolling thunder. Shad running him down. Thompson go for the TP. Is there anything to cancel it? There isn't. Thompson makes it out in time, but it's 3 dead on OG. Samael and Seb, no buyback available. Both of their buybacks on cooldown.
If they get the comeback, Seb, he gets caught by the Cataclysm again. Is Thompson?
Shad,
he's getting
He's in with a fake back. Jumps back in straight away on a Saxon. Thompson false promise comes out to Saxon. No-tail trying to keep his leaner alive. Enchant Remnant and a self kick off to the side. Thompson, he's looking to get back up with the high ground, but the Hex is there. Shad, he's closing the gap. Another call. Shad will grab it, but again the thunder was obviously time. He's able to roll away with the rolling boulder. As Thompson will live, but now 3 dead. No buybacks for OG as Viking, they're looking at ready to close it up, or at least try to. Thompson and No-tail, they've got to pull off something insane here to hold back the full 5-mana Viking. I don't know if they can do it though. Hex out onto No-tail. Viking run down the Oracle. No-tail's out of the game. Thompson the last man left alive, but not for long as Viking get the team wipe. GG is called as Viking will take this game 1.
The better rotation though, so that's where Boom could get caught off guard.
Looking like this might just be the first blood. 7 Saxa.
Got him.
I'll be able to find it. Celery caught out. Yeah, he's just getting that little bit more space and stack preparation for it.
No-tail.
In the river. It's going to set up for the coil to come in, but the Ice Blast in return straight down onto No-tail. No-tail will fall. Boom, able to get the Laguna off before he dies. So Thompson going to tick down pretty low into the Battle Hunger. And the damage from the Vessel. The Stone Gaze comes out, but Kezu's able to turn over to the side. Good body blocks here from the illusions of No-tail. Will stop Kezu from being able to escape. Yeah, and he's not necessarily going to fall over straight away after the Ice Blast connects to the middle of the team fight. Talking about team fights kicking off right now over to the mid. They get the jump in onto Celery. Over towards Aramis as well. Aramis trying to get away here. The right clicks from Samels along with the snake. It's enough. 2 quick kills here for OG, and now looking for more. Saxa looks for the Hex. Shad's trying to come over the counterplay, gets the call off onto Saxa. Samel's charging him with the Stone Gaze. Boom having to put the BKB to get out of the side. Thompson jumping in. He's actually going to jump into his death. Boom's able to turn with a right click, take him out. Shad's still alive, forcing back Saxa with the Battle Hunger. Saxa trying to hide in the trees. Shad, can he quite find him? Force off to the side. Saxa, he'll break himself away, but Shad's able to get in with the Battle Hunger again. Burns down Saxa. Upon him.
He is going to hit really hard, too. He's not going for the Scotty build. He's going for straight right-click mid.
He stepped into the trap here. Saxa and Thompson, they're ready and waiting. Hookshot over towards Boom. Boom's BKB still on cooldown for 10 seconds. Kezu, he'll get the Poison Nova off. Boom. He's got the movement speed in the back of a Celery. He's going to turn with the Laguna onto No-Tail. No-Tail getting right-click down by Boom. See what Thompson turns towards here. Saxa taking heavy damage here from the right-clicks of Celery. Celery will die here to the turnaround from Samel.
And he's just that much tankier now. Up top.
Top lane. Aramis. Doesn't look like he has many routes of escape. Trapped in the cogs.
His team's
in
coming.
The acid spray. They do have a blast coming in. I mean, Concoction that is certainly taking their time to bring down Aramis, and with the backup of Boom, they're actually not going to be able to do so. Aramis, this DK support, tanky enough to walk away from the two of them. They don't even really get that close at all to taking him out. Thompson jumps in. Orb out to the side, does have a Dream Coil available. He's going to use it to hold back Shad as OG. They're backing off Samel. He's not quite close enough to get involved in this fight. He's starting to make his way over, but already No-Tail's been taken out. Seb will try and turn and throw a concoction in, but Shad's in with a blink straight on top of the Alchemist. They've caught Seb. Seb getting dunked down by Shad. Boom pots the BKB. Thompson having to jump out into the trees. He's having to hide.
As Aramis, he's getting farm. You know, this Fireball, it's working. He had the Ags queued up for a second on DK. Now he's switching to Halberd, trying to find solutions for this Medusa.
Shad is charging in.
He gets hexed.
Need this ward though. OG fully aware of the angle that Shad's approaching from. Now Seb is going to look for the jump back in with a concoction. Shad still the BKB and another blink up. Shad can still close the gap. He's going to get in onto Seb. Samel in with the backup. BKB comes out from Boom, but the hook shot's out as well as the damage from Samel. Boom's trying to step back, but the right click from Samel is too much. As Boom gets taken down, Dream Coil controls Shad. Samel, he'll be able to clean up the two of them. We saw last time from OG a jump up to this high ground, did grant them some quick kills to start the action off. Shad, with the call, they'll look to try and force Samel away to break him out of the combo, and it'll do so. Gets the Stone Gaze off Samel, he's ready to turn. Aramis, he's going to be taken down low. They are stunning Samel up. Dragon Tail as well, they're certainly reducing the potential for Samel to get the damage done. But still, Celery will fall. Seb, he's able to run down Shad to the side. The stun follow-up there from Saxa as they keep the axe locked down. Shad will get the call off, but Samel's able to get him with the damage. There's 3 dead on Viking. Isn't even really that strong at all this game. Maybe 18-18 the kills even, but 33k lead. Samel just being able to rack up an insane amount of farm. To the point where he is just this monster of a Medusa that Viking have no answer to whatsoever. Into the base, mega creeps are taken here by OG. The traps there on the Kezu. No-Tail hookshot over towards Aramis. Samel just ready to pad up the KDS. The game will come to an end. GG is called.
Of a Drow Ranger, that Aghanims, the split shot is...
Lane-wise, this game, Samel definitely off to a bit of a slower start. Kezu and Aramis. Aramis actually had the setup onto No-Tail, straight over towards the back lines. They find themselves the kill. Kezu burning down No-Tail for the first blood. Samel trying to take Aramis out, return Aramis. He's going to have to stun back up. And Samel, he will get the kill, has got a Fairy Fire also. So it's going to rely on Viking being able to stay on top of the Drow. Drow, Samel, he's got the best save in the game. He's going to have No-Tail behind him. No-Tail's hit the 6. It's not easy to get on top of Samel's Drow. No-Tail is going to be able to do a solid job of saving him. As you mentioned at the start, there isn't a hero like that Clockwork that was so crucial for Viking in terms of catching No-Tail in game 1. Mid lane, they get the setup onto Aramis. They're going to come over the Horde, look towards Saxa. Saxa caught in the river, but the false promise comes out. Saxa will live a little longer. He's going to look for the TP back to base. He's back into the fountain. Shad's going to end up getting taken down as OG just kite him up. Samel stands on the high ground, take him out. 3 heroes dead.
No-Tail?
Against the team fight. All right, well, that's a free one.
He was on the enemy high. He was in the trees in the enemy high. Right. He just last hit a range creep and then just got jumped. As Kezu, though.
He's ready with the buyback. He's going to come with the buyback. They've got the concoction down on Kezu, and it certainly looks to be it. The gust comes out onto Aramis. Seb not going to actually have the damage there to finish off the Lion, so Bait that won't grant them any instant kills. Thompson does still manage to sweep him from the side. They will get Aramis. Thompson, he's even looking to dive in for more. He's got the link in onto Celery. He will back off with the fortification pop. The damage from the tower starting to kick in.
I do feel like Viking could punish a little bit when they do see like everyone on the map. Like they just saw 3 heroes showing, but
I mean, they're
let's see
looking
if
for
they
Thompson.
can.
See if they can do it. In with the finger, but the false promise comes out.
There.
Thompson is going to be able to get out to the side. Seb's heading over as well. No
He's got a
tail.
regen.
Actually going to be able to be saved here by the Gust coming out onto Shad, and they're ready to turn. Thompson pretty much back up to full HP. They've controlled Boom. The DP is gone.
Trying to punish it.
I mean, they smoke up there, but a little bit of an unfortunate reveal as Aramis does make a hex move onto the illusion of Samael. So OG's going to be pretty much aware that the Vikings looking for action. Maybe not aware enough though. Samael
Gets the
the
silence
Gust. They do still get him with the Dragon Tail stun. See if there's going to be any backup in time for Samael. There isn't. They get on top of the Drow. They bring him down. See if they can get more out of this. They turn over towards Thompson. Thompson just frontlining it, but the damage is too high. He charges straight back in. And just like that, Viking, against a 20k gold lead of OG, they've just taken down 2 cores plus no tail.
Different lanes when the ultis are up. I think that's the biggest thing. Is like the Viking cooldowns are pretty long, so as long as you're not split up on that timing of when they're all up, you should be pretty okay on OG. It's only if you get caught out when everything is up as they quickly eviscerate a Roche. They're pinging No Tail. They know his positioning, even though he's shadow emulated right now.
Let's see what they can do. They come out with the horn, look towards him straight away. They get the jump in over towards No-Tail. No-Tail, he's going to be able to be pushed over to the side. No-Tail will survive here, but they have brought down Samael the once. They'll try and surround him. Boom, committing him with the BKBs. Got the siphons as well, healing himself back up. No-Tail with the self-false promise will live a little longer. The buyback coming out as Aramis. He's able to lead in onto Samael with the stun. Shad getting beat down hard here by Saxa though, as Shad has to retreat up to the high ground. Samael's able to turn, take out Aramis. The light strike away from Saxa catches the 2 of them. 4 dead on Viking. As 3 of them without buyback. OG, they can push on, start to do the damage to the base. They should and can look to close this. Onto the tier 4s. Viking without the buybacks. Very little to be done about this. As they tried their best to hit back whilst they were as far behind as they were, it just didn't come close to mattering whatsoever, as OG able to still finish them off here at the fast timing of 27 minutes.